Yo, what it do, Go Gang? Welcome back to another video, man. Today we're gonna be doing something a little special for y'all, bro. If y'all haven't been into the Twitter spaces or the NBA Twitter spaces, y'all haven't seen that Chris Paul has got cut from the Clippers. He signed with them in the offseason to, do his little farewell tour, but they cut him off of opinion differences. But you know what? In this universe, Chris Paul never left. And you know what? We got one even better. We're bringing the whole Live City 2013 squad to 2025. Now, I ain't going to say everybody going to be on the same, on the team, because it's going to be a little bit of an unrealistic rebuild. But we brought the whole 2013 squad up to 2025. The only mainstays that I do not want to trade, obviously Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, everybody else up for grabs. I think the only person I might not trade is Jamal Crawford, but that's because I fuck with him. But honestly, he might be on the books too. But yeah, we brought them up to 2025. Nothing really other than that is different. If y'all are wondering where the players that was originally on the Clippers are, let me show y'all real quick. They are sitting in free agency, and they expect a lot of fucking money at that, but they are sitting in free agency. So if people wants to pick them up, they are more than welcome to. I'm not going to really touch them. I feel like it's not really fair. So yeah, this is the roster, man. I don't want to make too many changes. I'm not going to say this is nowhere going to be a realistic rebuild. I don't even do realistic rebuilds for real. But I do want to keep it semi-realistic. So I want to see how they play this first season, and then if I need to make trades at the trade deadline, we will, because I want to make it competitive every year. I want to go 3 years and make it competitive every year. So I'm gonna send to the trade deadline. They starting pretty good, but I'll see y'all at the trade deadline, see if we can make any trades, see what the stats look like. So I'll see y'all then. All right, y'all, we are at the trade deadline, sitting at 30-20, and honestly, they playing better than I expected them to. 6th seed in the West, 9th in the power rankings. Let's go look at these stats before I go to the the actual season shit. So Blake Griffin is leading the team with 23-9. You can round at 9.5. Chris Paul with 22 off some great passing, 8.5. JJ Redick with 16. Jamal Crawford 15. And then so on and so forth. Where is my boy DeAndre Jordan? Okay, there he is. He's averaging 11 rebounds, so he's not doing bad. Not doing too bad. Shooting not looking too bad. Everybody's shooting pretty well, in my opinion. People that is known for shooting. Like Chris Paul is shooting 45% from 3, which is amazing, but he's only shooting 3 threes a game, so give or take. Estimated wins, I care about that a lot. Chris Paul leading the team. We got Blake Griffin, JJ Redick, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, so on and so forth. Who is a negative? All these people at the bottom. Let me take a look. Let me take a picture of this, because these people are getting traded. No cap. Every last one at the bottom is getting traded. So that helps us find out who's getting on the trade block first. Like I said, I want to make this competitive the first year. So let's see what we can get for these guys. So I think the first one on the list is probably gonna be Danny Granger. And Dudley. So we can bring Paul George back to this team. I don't know if I want him. Miles Turner, no. I don't know who I want to bring to the team. Miles Bridges, that's not a bad pickup. Miles Bridges wouldn't be a bad pickup. All right, y'all, this is the first trade we got going on. So we're going to move Danny Granger off this big-ass contract for Cam Johnson and Jonas Valanciunas and Jared Dudley. I don't think Jonas is going to actually play any minutes, but, hey, this is an upgrade in my opinion. Cam Johnson's shooting 43% from 3 this season alongside JJ Redick. I don't know about the defense, but, hey, you can't be too mad at that. And just in case DeAndre Jordan continues to want a bitch, he can definitely get moved. I ain't gonna do it like that. But I definitely want to move a couple more guys before we keep going. Like Togoluvalu or whatever the fuck. I wish I could trade him again, but I can't, so it's whatever. Big baby Glenn Davis. I haven't seen that name in a long time, boy. Hell yeah. So we're gonna move Ron Holland and Glenn Davis and James Smith, which none of these dudes are gonna touch the floor, for Max Strus. Max Strus' expensive ass contract. But honestly, I think the biggest problem with the team, probably bringing over to 2025, will probably be their shooting. Now, I feel like that would be their only issue in the year of our Lord 2025. So I think this is some good movement. We keep it the same playbook. Play through stars. I don't like patient offense. I like, let's do shoot at will, rebound, crash the fucking glass. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I think this is all the trades we're gonna make because they're not a bad team, 30-20. Let's see how they play throughout the rest of the season. Hopefully we can get some, turn this around and make the, go get the championship first year. So I will see y'all at the end of the season. All right, y'all. So we are at the end of the season. Wemby wins MVP, followed by Cooper Flag with the Rookie of the Year. Khalil Ware with Sixth Man of the Year, averaging a double-double. Victor wins DPOY as well. Most Improved goes to Ware. So two back-to-back like awards going to two different people. Luka wins Clutch Player of the Year. Chris Finch, Coach of the Year. And then Executive of the Year goes to the Knicks. First team, I wasn't really expecting about it. Second team. Third team, Blake Griffin makes the NBA third team. That's cool. First team defense, Jordan. I like that. Second team, nobody. And I don't think we had any rookies or anything like that worth keeping track of. So at the end of the season, we ended up being the 5th seed. So pretty much I think the same like spot we stopped at in the halfway point of the season. I'm going to lower this rotation down to a 9-man for the playoffs because we don't need that many people. Did somebody get hurt or something? They brought Derrick Jones Jr. back. That's crazy. So yeah, this is a lineup right now. I don't know why Jordan is still mad. Let's look at these season stats real quick before I get to Simmons, just so we can see what we're looking like. Blake Griffin leads the team with a double-double, 24 with 10, 4 assists, a steal, and about a block and a half a game. Shooting is still not that good from the three, but you're not really expecting that from Blake Griffin, especially young Blake Griffin. Chris Paul had a good year with 21 and a half, 8.5 assists. Jamal Crawford and JJ Redick averaged about 15, 16 points respectively. And then the two guys we brought in actually did pretty good, averaging 10 and 11, which with the point guard they have, everybody should be shooting great. That's why I think bringing shooters in was like the best idea. Because man, let's look at these estimated wins. Before I speak too quickly. Blake Griffin obviously leading the team, followed by Chris Paul, JJ Redick, Jonas Valanciunas, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, Max Strus, Darren Collison, and then oh shit, I was not expecting that. So Cameron Johnson is actually a negative. So yeah, these are the negatives like that we're looking at right now. I wasn't really expecting Cam Johnson to be a negative, but it's fine. I only got him on the team for really shooting. And he better be shooting that motherfucker, or he will be off the team next year. He should be shooting the most on the team. If not, yeah, like up there at one of the most. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we sitting at the 5th seed. We are going against the 4th seed OKC, which in real life, I don't think they're going to be the 4th seed. Just off of how many wins they done got. Just fucking smack my Mavericks around. So, we got Chris Paul guarding Shea. Casey Walden starting at the 2 against JJ Redick, Jamal Crawford at the 3 against Jalen Williams, Blake Griffin at the 4, and Jonas at the 5, which is an interesting 1 through 5. I don't really like that, but hey, it is what it is. They take game 1. They take game 2. No, don't sim the round. It's sim the fucking round. We lost 4-1, which I'm not really surprised by, but like I wanted better for the team. It is what it is. So game 1, Blake Griffin dropped 36-14. Chris Paul with 14 and 11. Chris Paul, I need you to put up some more points, bro. You should not be having 14 points. Game 2, Blake Griffin dropped 31. Chris Paul once again with a not, like he didn't shoot bad. I mean, he didn't play bad. 18, 4, and 9 ain't bad. Let's go. Game 3. If I can stop it on game 3. Game 3, Jamal Crawford was our leading scorer with 25. Chris Paul with almost a triple-double. How did y'all let that short-ass man get 9 rebounds? I would never know. But Chris Paul with a triple-double. Blake Griffin did not have him a game for real, but it's all right. Game 4, Blake Griffin 22, 16. Cam Johnson 19. Chris Paul 17, 10, 11. There goes triple-double game. Game 5, just all-around scoring, but just wasn't good enough. OKC had our number, and they definitely took that motherfucker. Spurs end up making it to the finals with Wemby winning Western Conference, going against Cat in the New York Knicks, who are going to win that. And the New York Knicks win 4-1 with Brunson getting the finals MVP. Wow. Player retirements, I think we're probably going to see normal names. I'm going to tell all these people they can stay around. Why was Giannis' brother trying to retire? What the fuck? Westbrook, no. Klay Thompson, no, you can't retire. Jordan, you can't retire in real life. That was the real DeAndre Jordan right there. I need him to come talk to his young self. Why is he so pissed? I think that's everybody I want to. Did I just see Markelle Fultz? Whatever. Chris Paul gets in the Hall of Fame even though he's actually playing right now and does get his. That's so crazy. They retired his jersey in 2K and they cut him off the team in real life. I don't think we have any picks because they don't have any picks in real life. I don't believe. They have no picks. So, yeah, Thunder have our 23rd, which is actually good because in real life, they looking at getting a good pick. Ty Lue, get the fuck up out of here. You're not finna kick him off team again. Max Stafford, whatever the fuck. Stafford. Welcome to the squad. All right, so we have the player options. Jordan does not want to come back, but we'll see what he's talking about when that money gets thrown in his face. No qualifying offers. Blake Griffin is unrestricted. Jesus, we might be fucked. His front load his contract, give him 36.5. Where's my boy at? Is that Yondi? Okay, cool. He's not interested in negotiating, bro. What was he so pissed about? I'm confused. All right, it's whatever. All right, who's out there? So we're going to offer Blake Griffin, obviously. We're going to need a new center. Jalen Duren is a restricted, but I think we could probably steal him off of. KP wouldn't be a bad center. I'd throw KP offer. I'd throw Duren an offer, but I don't think he's going to accept that. Not 30. I don't want to give him 30, though. Throw PJ offer. We got PJ. And we can't sign Hartenstein because he's too fucking expensive, bro. Come on, man. I don't want Mitch Rob. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mitch Rob, you can suck a dick. I throw bro off for Robert Williams. Doesn't even come to. Come on, man. I'd much rather give like Andre Drummond the contract than bro over there. Let's see. All right, so we got the rest of the squad filled out. Let's jump to the player progression. I don't think anybody's gonna really jump up. Probably Blake Griffin, and he doesn't. He went down actually. Our whole team is just old. All right, y'all. So we are in year 2. Year 1 was a failure, but I'd rather, I take the year 1 failure with the first round playoff exit. We just trying to make sure this team can translate to 2025. Wasn't really expecting too much out of them early on. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try this again, year 2. I don't want to really make any moves like I didn't make too many moves last year. I don't think we need to make too many moves this year either. But you know how if y'all have watched any videos from me, I always stop at trade deadline because teams be tripping. So let's move to the trade deadline. Let's see how this team plays. And if anything needs to be moved, y'all will hear about it first. So I will see y'all at the trade deadline once again. All right, y'all. We are at the trade deadline sitting at the 10th seed in the West, which I thought they would be better. I really did think they would be better this season, but I really didn't make too many moves to really warrant them being better. That's what I'm figuring out right here. And I think it might be too many shooters, to be honest with you. It might be too many people like with the ball in the hand and not enough other things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look at the rest of the stats too. Right now, Chris Paul is leading the team. Blake Griffin is the most win-bringing person on the team. See, nobody's really a negative. They brought Jared Dudley back. What the hell? They brought Jared Dudley back, but nobody's really a negative. So it's like something on our team. I think it's just the ball is getting too spaced out, in my opinion. Blake Griffin's only averaging 17.5. Last year, he was averaging what? Last year, Blake Griffin was averaging 24, dropped down to 17. I think that's very telling. You know what I mean? His minutes didn't really change too much. I think it's time to like get off a couple people. I don't know. Maybe the people I thought I was gonna keep around ain't gonna be here. JJ Redick, Jamal Crawford, y'all might have to go, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think we got enough shooters. We need hoopers. I don't need no more shooters. I need hoopers. Mikal Bridges, I like that. That's a hooper. Austin Reeves, I like that. That's a hooper. He's not really a hooper in 2K, but he's a hooper. So this is the trade we made. We got Jalen Johnson, Dwight Peterson, JJ Redick, Jamal Crawford. Gave up 2 firsts. I think I'm gonna be able to keep the footage in here for the first time I did it because my internet shit itself. So that's the first trade I want to make. We're gonna make Jalen Johnson the actual 3 though, because I know that 2K doesn't have him listed as an actual 3. They gotta put it at the 4. And just for rotation reasons, I'd rather him be listed at a 4. At a 3. And then have his secondary be a 4. So let's move him to the 3, officially to the 3. Make him our 3 guard. So right now we got Chris Paul, Lonzo, Chris or Cam Spencer at our shooting guard. Cam Johnson, I might get traded. Or him or Max Strus might get traded. I think it might be Cam Johnson. Power forward is looking nice with Blake Griffin and PJ Washington at our 4. And then our center position needs a little buff. So right now we're looking for a good shooting guard and a good like center, starting center. So I will be back once those get cooked up. I'll be back. All right, so we're gonna bring in Nick Claxton for Cam Johnson and Jonas Valanciunas. I think this is a good trade. We don't give up too much for it. And I'm gonna make one more trade. I do want to get I think that's a good starting center, but I think I want to definitely get like another, like a real shooting guard. I don't want Terrence Mann to be my starting shooting guard. So once I make another trade, then we're gonna try to see what this team rocking with. So I'll be back once I make the second trade. I don't mind this. Okay, so Jared Dudley, Cam Spencer for Lou Dort in a second. That second don't mean shit to me anyway. I don't mind that. So Lou Dort will be our starting shooting guard. I do want to make a couple more moves though, because I think we could definitely get us I feel like we can definitely get like a better starting shooting guard. I don't know. I do like Lou Dort, don't get me wrong, but I don't know about starting. So I'll be back. Hold on. Let me see what I can cook up. All right. So I'm not really seeing too much out there on a trade finder. So I think we're gonna keep the team that we got right now. Let's look at this roster real quick. So we'll have Chris Paul, Lou Dort, Jalen Johnson, Blake Griffin, Nick Claxton, PJ Washington, Max Strus, Lonzo Drummond, and Trey Mann. We're going to cut the bench down. We don't need an 11-man roster for the rest of the season. We'll do that like a 10-man. 10-man should be cool. So we'll run a 10-man roster, and I'll see y'all at the end of the season. Let's see how this team do. All right, y'all, we are at the end of the season. Wemby wins another MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Mullen with Atlanta. Murray ends 6th Man of the Year. Victor wins DPOY. Reed Shepherd Most Improved. And Edwards with the Clutch Player of the Year. Coach Player of the Year. Wow. Coach of the Year goes to Billy Donovan with the Bulls, and they won the Executive Year. We had nobody in the first team. Or am I tripping? Yeah, nobody first team, nobody second team, nobody third team. Not a good sign. First team defense? Nope. Second team defense? Nope. And then we didn't have any rookies, but we did end up being the 6th seed in a competitive West, but we didn't have like the greatest record. I'm gonna be honest with you. My shit tripping. Oh, we got 2 Trey Mans on the team. Oh, Terrence Mann and Trey Mann. When did we get him? Who do we didn't trade anybody, I don't think, but hey, whatever. Let's look at these season stats. I'm curious what happened. So at the end of the season, our lead and score was Blake Griffin with 20, Chris Paul right behind him with 18, Jalen Johnson with 15, Max Strus with 10, PJ with 9, so on and so forth. Who was a net negative though? That's what I'm really curious about. Chris Paul led the team with 11. Oh wait, no. Blake Griffin led the team with 13. Then Jalen Johnson, Chris Paul, Nick Claxton, Max Strus, Andrew Drummond, Trey Mann, and the negatives with Lou Dort and the other Terrence Mann, Trey Mann, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Not really surprised by that, to be honest with you. So we're gonna actually shorten rotation for the playoffs, and I hope I didn't just see the Mavericks as our opponents. We shall see real soon. I want Max Strus to get a couple minutes, honestly. Yeah, we do something like this. And honestly, if I'm being honest, give that boy some more touches over here. Jalen Johnson, yeah, y'all ass should be shooting a little bit more. No cap. Your shit should be 99. You should be the fucking top person shooting. Like, it's kind of crazy that they don't. Like, hey, y'all need to shoot some more. Up his touches too. Like, bro should be touching the ball. I think them are our 2 leading scorers, to be honest with you. Like, we in the playoffs, brother. I need y'all to lock in. So first series we are going against the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks have Kyrie, Max Christie, Cooper Flag, Rui, and AD. Rui ended up coming from the Lakers to the Mavericks. That's crazy, but it is what it is. First game, they get the dub. Second game, they get the dub. Third game, they get the dub. Oh my, we're getting cooked. Yeah, this experiment isn't working too well. I mean, it's not the exact same team from 2011, but like the mainstays are here. So we're gonna shorten this rotation, I guess, to 7-man or some shit. If Lou Dort is cold, don't give him minutes. Why are we giving Lou Dort minutes if he's cold? let's give some more minutes to our starters. Chris Paul, Jalen Johnson, Blake Griffin, play 48. We need some because we getting our ass cooked. Game 4, we get a dub. Let's look at this box score. Chris Paul with 29, Jalen Johnson 29, Blake Griffin 27, PJ with 13. We have to have our best dudes like scoring crazy. Game 5, we lose 4-1 to Dallas. This experiment isn't going too good. Zion wins Western Conference going against Cade and the Pistons in the East. And Pistons end up winning with Cade winning Finals MVP. I didn't even look at his stats. And on to year 3, we are here. Hall of Fame. Actually, go player retirements. LeBron retires. Steph Curry retires. PG retires. Jimmy retires. Andrew Drummond retires with us. Kind of sad we ain't getting no ring. Are we gonna be able to get Chris Paul a ring? That's the question I gotta ask myself this video, because I don't know. They retire LeBron's and KD's and not KD's, Westbrook's and all them players, and I'll be able to win it. Yeah, reject all that. Hell nah. I don't think we have any draft picks this year. Even if we did, this the last year, so it wouldn't even matter. They're not gonna really make any contribution this year. So let's jump to the rookie signing just to make sure I'm not tripping. We did have a pick. We had the 27 pick, 71 overall center. I don't think he's gonna get any minutes, but hey, welcome to the squad, brother. Player contracts, I'm not signing him. Qualifying offers, we have any? Nope. So right now it's saying we need a small forward. We have no cap for real, but we could possibly get Michael Porter Jr. Hold on. I wouldn't mind a Michael Porter Jr. We needed scoring last year, for real. So I sent Michael Porter Jr. an offer. See what he's thinking. It's a 4-year offer. We're not gonna be here long enough to really see him. Yeah, Max Strus, I'm not giving you 25 mil. I'm sorry, bro. You're not worth 25 mil. If I'm being honest with you. Damn, Michael Porter Jr. Fuck you too, pussy. I need somebody that could score for us. For real, man. Cameron Johnson, welcome back to the squad. Cameron Johnson, welcome back to the squad. Old Kawhi Leonard. Can't even send him no bread. We don't got no bread to offer nobody for real. Centers. We could sign a Josh Hart. Or I wouldn't mind bringing a... Damn, 27%. Jaime Jaquez is not that guy. Never mind. Sadiq Bey? Nah. Damn. Yeah, Max Strus, you're not getting that money, bro. You're not getting 25 contract money. So we're announced is right, giving that basic ass contract. So right now, this is what the team looking like. Yeah, we just skip to that because I don't really got any bread to offer anybody else. Player progression, nobody really jumped up except Jalen Johnson. Everybody else went down. This is the rot. Okay, let's wait till the regular season. So I'll see y'all at the regular season. All right, y'all. So we are in year 3, final year. I thought this would be a better outcome, but we can still turn it around and make a championship year 3. We just got to make some big, drastic changes. Obviously, 2 people that are not getting traded: Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, not getting traded. Everybody else, though, you're on the chopping block, brother. So let's see who wants to get traded first. And honestly, I think I got some ideas. So let me make some moves, man. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm thinking. Jump around, see if we could make a spin for like a championship last year. So I'll be back, y'all. All right, y'all. So I couldn't make any really big moves, man, to be honest with you. So I think I'm just gonna send to the trade deadline and see what we can do, or probably not even fully the trade deadline, to the point where some of these players are eligible to be traded. So let's sim to this point, and then I'll see y'all at that, like at the time point, or if anything pops up in between that I want to make y'all see. Or so yeah, I will sim to like the trade deadline point to like see if anything pops up or get to the point where people are eligible to get traded, because right now I'm not really seeing anything that's really piquing my interest, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna sim, see how the team play, and see what pieces we can move. So I'll see y'all then. All right, y'all, we are at the trade deadline, sitting at 35-16. I was literally saying before the trade deadline that we was gonna need to make some trades, So this is actually insane. I don't know what's happening right now. Before I look at the stats, I want to look at these standings. What is happening? Why are we going so crazy right now? I want to look at everybody. Second overall team in the league, and sitting at right behind the Spurs at 35 and 15, and we at 35 and 16. So we played one more game than them, so they could really fall to where we at. Points per game, we're not even that crazy when it comes to points per game. Yeah, we're sitting at 17 when they come to points per game, so we still are kind of short on scoring, and I want to change that. Defensively, we are the third best defense in the league. I like that. Point differential, we're sitting at third in the point differential. I think we just need some more offense, for real, based on the stats that I'm seeing. Let's look at these player stats. So Chris Paul is leading the team with 25. Then we got Jalen Johnson at 25, Blake Griffin at 25. So the big three doing their thing right now. Shooting the rock decently. Wish we had some more. Yeah, we really don't have any good shooters right now. So yeah, offense is definitely something we gonna need to trade for. We need some more offensive power other than, you know, those three, because they're not shooting the best. Hold on, let me make sure the roster is correct. So yeah, like I was saying, bro, the first course of action is definitely gonna be make the like some more offensive trades. I like our starting five. I think we just need some more shooting, some more consistent shooting, because only person that's shooting above 40% is Chris Paul. Jalen Johnson is shooting a lot more like shots, so it makes sense why his percentage, he's not really shooting under his normal average, so it's more of, you know, what he do anyway. So let's see what we can move off of. This is a random free agent I found in the thing. He's not really contributing too much anyway, so not really throwing us off too crazy. We do Lonzo, Lou Dort. All right, so right now this is our first look at the trade. I'm thinking of picking up Reed Shepherd for this random dude that we picked up in free agency. I don't know why his fucking shit is so crazy. And honestly, hold on. If his stars are so crazy, let's see what we can possibly get for him, because I don't know why he's just sitting in free agency. But hey, we could pick up DeAndre Jordan back. I'm not, because he was pissed at just being here anyway. Cedric Coward, interesting name. He does know how to shoot the ball though, and we are looking for a shooter. 1 year deal, that's not bad. I was looking at Docs Connect too. He's shooting 50% this year on 13 points, which ain't bad. We can pick up Cam Thomas. I don't mind Cam Thomas. I was literally looking at him too. All right, so I think I'm gonna do this. I don't know who this random is I'm picking up, but this is like a 1-for-1 trade. I'm down for that. He's a better shooter than the dude we had, that random we picked up, and he's already on fire. That's cool. I like this squad a lot better. I do want to make some more moves though, because we need some more offense. You know what I mean? We have one of the best defenses. Let's go to estimated wins real quick. I want to see what's going on with these estimated wins once again before I make another move. Estimated wins added. PJ, Lou Dort, but I think they added the defense for real. They holding down the defense for real. So we officially moved him to shooting guard. No extra shit to him. Go to this lineup one more time. Make sure the coach is all up to date. Yep. All right. So this is lineup right now. I do want to make another move, possibly, like for like a good backup center, or like a better backup center. Do they have anybody in free agency before I make any moves? Because if they have people in free agency, I'm willing to, you know, pick up somebody in free agency too. Centers. That nigga Zach LaVine is out here. I wouldn't even mind picking up a Zach LaVine. That's the crazy part. We're going to offer this random dude in the free agency, because let's see what I can do with him, man. I don't think he's going to take anybody's spot. Yeah, he shouldn't. Nobody that was starting. So yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't mind this team. I don't think we need to make too many moves. We just needed more offense. You know what I mean? I want to give bro the green light to shoot that bitch, because he's a good shooter. Tendencies. Let's look at his tendencies real quick. Yeah, I want to change your tendencies, bro. I want to be able to get you to. I want you to know that you can get the ball. You can take your shots. You don't gotta hold back. Nothing too crazy. Mainly shooting threes. If I can find the 3-pointer. I don't know what the rest of this shit is. So we gonna keep it like that. I think we're gonna keep it like this. Make everybody run they shit. You know what I mean? We can run a 10-man now. Have a little backup center play. They didn't even give the center backup minutes, so cut that back down to 9 man. And I'll see y'all at the end of the season, man. Hopefully this team ends up getting the championship that Chris Paul deserves. So I'll see y'all then. All right, y'all, we are at the end of the season. Victor wins. He won MVP every year this simulation. So 3-time MVP. Rookie goes to whatever he is. DeJounte Murray wins 6th Man of the Year. Wemby wins DPOY for the 3rd time in a row again. Most improved goes to this Spurs dude. Anthony Edwards, clutch player. And coach and executive go to 2 different people. Coach goes to Jordan Oat with the Suns. And we got the executive of the year sitting at 61 and 21. 99 across the board. I love to see that. First team, nobody. Second team, nobody. Third team, we hit Chris Paul on 3rd team. I like that. All defense first team. Anybody from us? Second team? Neither team. I don't think they fuck with us for real. That's cool. They don't really fuck with us for real. We didn't really have too many rookies because the rookie class was very small. And we are sitting at the 2nd seed behind Phoenix, which had the same record as us. So we're not looking too bad. Let's make sure this roster is nice and set up. Let's look at these stats real quick. So at the end of the regular season, Chris Paul ends up leading the team with 24 and 8 assists. Blake Griffin right behind him with 23. Jalen Johnson with 23. Coward with 14. PJ with 10. Under some great shooting, I hope. Coward did drop down a little bit when he shot a little bit more. In the year with 39.5. Rounded that bitch up 34. Not too bad. Let's look at these estimated wins. See who's not going to touch the floor in this playoff run if it gets down to the nitty gritty. Chris Paul led the team. Then Jalen Johnson, Blake Griffin, Coward, Claxton, Lonzo. And then the guys that I knew was probably going to be at the bottom are at the bottom. PJ, Lou Dort. But those guys are defenders, so I'm not too mad at it. You know what I mean? Hopefully they're not a net negative when we actually plan in the playoffs. So let's keep this rotation kind of short. We're going to keep it at 8-man, nothing too long. I want my starters to get the minutes. Play through star, yep. First, let's see who we're going against. We're going against the Minnesota Timberwolves with Robert Dillingham at the 1, and Edward at the 2, Jaden McDaniel at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, and Naz Reid at the 5. So pretty much almost the exact same roster from real life, just a little older. We win game 1. We win game 2. I like that. Game 3. Yes, sir. Game 4. They get game 4. We win game 5, though. We go into the semifinals against the LA Lakers. I'm guessing still have Luka. Yes, they do. Luka's at the 1. Dot's connected at the 2. We could have stole him. Keldon Johnson. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even peep the dude holding the ball for them. They have Jokic on the team with fucking Luka. What are we doing right now? That's unfair, really. That's really unfair. I don't understand it. They win game 1. I'm going to simcast this shit. Let's keep it close, man. I will hop in one of these games. I'm interested in seeing them two play together. In real life, they be talking about wanting to play together. So it's possible in the future. Just a little crazy that they playing together on the Lakers of all teams. Lakers don't need any more good people on their team, bro. 3-point game. They're keeping it very close into the 4th. 1-point game with 2:44 left. I'm going to jump in. All right, Lakers have the ball. They passing it in to Reeves at the top of the key for 3, and he breaks it. I like that. They hand it off to Lonzo. So they got Lonzo, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul. I don't know who the other dude is. I'm guessing that's Coward and Jalen Johnson out there right now for the 5 on the court for the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Washington for 3. That was PJ Washington out there. My bad. PJ Washington for 3. We take the lead by 2. Good shit, PJ. We got Chris Paul guarding Luka, which is an instant matchup. But Chris Paul is a great defender, so not too crazy. And we trying to double Luka off the rip, leaving LeBron James Jr. open for 3. Bang. Clippers take that timeout, bro. Chris Paul brings it up with 2 minutes left on the clock. Passes down to Griffin. He does have a mismatch. So let's see what he does with it. Takes it down to the lane. He makes it. Let's go. Take a 1-point lead. Blake Griffin down in the paint for 2. Let's go. Minute 45. Lakers get the ball. Takes it up court. Luka has it. Luka and Jokic on the same court. Passes over to Jokic. And he misses it. Good shit, Nick. That low-key could have been a foul. But they didn't call the foul, so Nick Claxton with good defense. They got Jokic on Blake Griffin right now. Chris Paul just throws it straight to Jokic. Jalen Johnson is guarding. Who is that? Dalton Connect, I believe. Dalton Connect doesn't know what to do with the ball. Throws it down to Luka Doncic. And that Watson pulls a contested 3 for a make. 2-point game. We need some good plays, man. No easy turnovers like that, Chris Paul. Pass it open. One more. Set that screen for him. Get some open. He should have just pulled it from the free throw line. I don't know why he didn't shoot that. And he throws a fucking turnover, bro. Come on. The AIs be making some stupid-ass decisions sometimes. Jokic wide open for 3. He bricks it. It is a chance we could tie it or take the lead. Chris Paul turns it over with the dumb spin move. What are they doing? Blake Griffin one-on-one with Luka, and he makes it a 4-point game. He gotta get a shot up sooner or later. Takes the screen from Blake Griffin, passes it down, and it's another turnover. They was trying to do the Lob City. Did not work out for him. We'll lose 128-122. Final score becomes 128-122. Chris Paul had 37. Blake Griffin with 21. Jalen Johnson with 20. Coward with 19. PJ with 13. But we couldn't stop Jokic and Luka. Luka had a 27-17 game. Jokic had a 29-11-10. This is not fair. That's not fair. Why did the Lakers get that out of everybody? They got Jokic and Luke. Come on, bro. We down 2-0. Game 3. Simcasting it. Come on, team. Don't let this be the reason we lose. I will give them a pass, but I don't want to lose to this fucking demigod team. And they are pulling away. I think we're going to get game 3. The question is, can we continue to do that to come back and win the rest of the series? I think it's possible, but we got to lock in. And I like how they start in game 4. We win the first quarter. We win the second quarter. It's a very close third quarter, but we end up taking the third quarter. And I think that's going to be game. We tie the series 2-2. We love it. Game, what is that, 6? They take the dub. No, this is going to be game 6 right here. Come on. It's like they want me to simcast. They want me to be watching the game. That's the only time these games been close, I'm guessing. Come on. Keep the lead. It's close in the fourth. Can we run away with it? And we ran away with it. 138-129. Very close game. Coward is he's doing his shit. That's what we brought him up to the team for, to shoot the ball, because we needed a fucking shooter. PJ Washington 5 for 6 from 3. I love that, PJ. Come on, man. Game 7. For all the marbles. I need some good matchups, man. I don't really care who guards Jokic, because it's really everybody cooked if they try to guard Jokic, to be honest with you. But I think PJ guarding Luka is gonna be a good matchup. So we're gonna have that like that. And they take the first quarter. We take the second quarter. We're looking very good right now. I think this is the matchup we needed. I should have had PJ guarding Luka from the jump. Let's see if that made a difference. Blake Griffin with 41, 10, and 13 for a game 7 dub. That is a crazy game 7. 32 and 10 from Chris Paul. Jalen Johnson with a 25 and 10. The big 3 had all double-doubles or better. That's crazy. Let's go. Luka had only 20 points, 2 for 7. PJ did his shit. PJ didn't have a good scoring game, 0 for 4, but that defense was enough to put Luka only had 20 points. So we'll take that. And then we end up going to the conference finals against the Clippers. I mean, not the Clippers, my bad. Against the Pelicans. The Pelicans have Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy III, Herbert Jones, Zion, and Derek Queen. So pretty much the same lineup, just a little older. Everybody done grew into themselves. Game 1, we take that dub. Game 2, we get the dub. Game 3, they get a dub. Game 4, they tie 2-2. We're going to simcast this. I think I like the matchups we have right now. If anything, I'll put we just let it be. I don't know who to really switch up. So we're going to simcast it. Hopefully we keep the game close or we run away with it. Right now they have the lead. They took the first quarter, but we are winning the second quarter, but we didn't win by a lot. They are keeping the game close, though. If the game is close enough, we'll hop in. But they are taking this fourth quarter. They're running away with a 7-point game. Minute 30 left. Yeah, that's cooked. We're cooked. 113 and 122. We end up losing that. Jalen Johnson 20. Who dropped us off? Zion with 41 points. Who is our best defender in the perimeter? I mean, into the paint, because we can't have Zion dropping fucking 41 on us. Nick Claxton or PJ Washington. I think I'm gonna have Nick Claxton guard him, I guess. So we're going into game 5 against the Pelicans. I am going to put I'm gonna put Nick Claxton on Zion. I'm gonna let Nick Claxton take us bad at it, see what he can do with it. But they are still cooking our shit, and they win the first quarter. They win the second quarter. Fuck, man. I think we gonna end up losing this one. Yep, that's the game. 117-118. End up losing in the conference finals. We couldn't win against Zion though. Zion 35, 6.5, 3.5, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks on 64% from the field. No, round it up. 65, 70 from the free throw. You can't win against that. And they are getting a rematch against the Pistons, and they end up winning that. So we end up losing against the eventual NBA champions. Zion just out of this world good. If he was in real life, he's injured right now. That's the crazy part. Bro's made of glass in real life, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Zion 31.5, 8 boards, 7.5 assists, 1.5 steals, no block, or a block and a half. Not a block and a half. Half a block, with 65% from the field, 68 from the the free throw, and 100% from the three. So this is it, y'all. I'm sad that we couldn't get Chris Paul and Blake Griffin that ring. It was more than deserved. They needed that, man. I tried to cook up this last season, and they had a good season together, man. They had a good 3 years. We did what they did in real life. They made it to the playoffs. They made it to the playoffs and performed in the season, but couldn't go over the hurdle. So hey, it is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. If y'all did, make sure y'all like and subscribe. If y'all made it to the end of the video, leave chickens down in the comments, man. Leave chickens down in the comments. But yeah, y'all have a great one, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We out.